Hey YouTube, it's your girl Always Nigeria coming at you today with another video. I just want to thank you to those of you who have followed my journey from the very beginning. You followed my journey through my prereqs, you followed my journey to the point where I took my HESI, and then you've just been updated in the beginning of June when I got accepted into my nursing program. So I just want to thank you guys for, continuously visiting my channel and watching my channel. To those of you who are new to my channel, I just want to say thank you for coming to view my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys like the content and that you guys go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll be notified the next time I update. So I just wanted to do a quick update because I'm trying to get back to just filming, about my nursing journey, or my journey to becoming a nurse. I do have other videos and other content that I put out, and that's just kind of when I'm in the mood to put that content out. But I really do want to focus on, helping others get where they're going. So to tell you guys which prereqs, or how do you figure out your prereqs that you need to take, help you guys pass your HESI, and things of that nature. So I just want to let you guys know the content that will be coming out soon. So as you guys know, I got accepted into my nursing program. I found out June 10th, I believe, that I was accepted into the program. And then I told you guys that there was a lot of stuff that I had to take care of before orientation. So as you guys know, my orientation is July 18th. Cannot wait. And that is an all-day thing. So what I had to get done prior to orientation was go get a TB test done. And as you guys know, that takes between 48 and 72 hours to get to be able to go ahead and get it read so that you can get your results. I had to get a background check. That took a few days. I did pay for priority so that I got it back sooner than it actually would have taken. So it took me about 3 days to get mine back. Whereas if I didn't pay the extra for priority, it would have probably taken up to a week, maybe a little over. And that also depends on how many places you guys stayed. So if your background check is only looking for the state that you're in, it will take less time. But a lot of the time, they look for the criminal background portion in the state that you're in. But like the sex offender search that they run is like nationwide. So you have to be mindful of that, because if they find out that you lived in other states, that will also prolong the process, as they're going to be, checking those databases as well. So just be mindful of that. I also had to get a drug test done, so I got that done. It was a 13-panel drug test, which means it was even looking for alcohol, y'all. Okay? And that's insane to me, because we all know that alcohol leaves your system in like 24 hours. So that's kind of weird. But I guess they've actually had people come drug test and they've had alcohol in their system. And I mean, although the majority of us are grown and of the legal drinking limit, the legal drinking age, you would pretty much have to be an idiot to go take a drug test and fail for drinking alcohol. Like, come on now. Why would you go drug test and you know that you just drank that morning? Like, they're going to be looking at you like, are you a drunk? Is this a potential issue? Like, are you going to be showing up to clinical and to class and to, God forbid, work drunk, So if you can't go that little bit of time without drinking, then they're probably gonna look at that as an issue. So for me, I did drink on Saturday and Sunday, as that was my brother's birthday, and then Sunday, June 16th is my birthday. So I took my drug test, I want to say on a Wednesday, or that might have been a Thursday. I don't recall. It was a Wednesday or a Thursday of that week, though. And I got my drug test back the following Monday. So they drug test you. Then it takes a few days because they have to then send it out to a lab and things like that. And then they get the results back, and then they contact you, things like that. So the place that I went, they got my results back. They contacted me. They let me know that they sent my results over to the school, and for me to come pick up a copy of my results myself. So I did that. So that was about, let me see. I did a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that was about a 6-day process. Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, Sunday, Sunday. 4-day process, sorry. So not that bad. It was, like I said, 13 panels. So a lot of the times doctors, if you get your drug test done at a doctor's office, they only draw like a 10 panel. And so your school, if they're requiring the 13 panel, which means they're testing you for everything drug related, then you may want to see if there's like a drug abuse or a substance abuse facility that tests for all the drugs. That way that you'll know that you're getting everything taken care of and once. Because I know that a few people in my school had to keep going back because their doctor was only testing for, the 10 panel, and so the school wasn't allowing them to continue. Like, they had to get those other drugs tested for. So it's best to just kind of go to a facility that strictly does drug tests. Okay, but as y'all know, your girl don't do drugs, so your girl passed, of course. And then I had to get a physical done. So for me personally, I didn't have to get the actual physical done because as you guys know, I just had a baby in February, so I had a physical done in March. And your insurance only pays for an annual once a year. So basically, my physician was able to just fill out, the paperwork from when I had gotten my physical done earlier this year. Now, of course, she did do the temperature that day. She did check my blood pressure, my respirations, my oxygen level, and things like that day. But as far as other things like, the physical examination, she just went ahead and took that from the computer because I had already had it done this year. Just like with the flu shot, like they're requiring that we have a flu shot, but you guys know that flu season is only from I believe March to October. So flu season starts back up either October or September. So those who have not had the flu shot, they're like having a really, really hard time finding someone to give them the flu shot because it's not flu season. So a lot of those vaccines are not readily available. And everyone who works in healthcare or who has worked in healthcare or something like that knows that it is required for you as a healthcare professional to have the flu vaccination. So not only do you have to have the flu vaccination, that's why the TB test is required. And then they also require that you have had all of your vaccinations. And if you have not had all your vaccinations, such as like the varicella, the measles, mumps, rubella, the Tdap, and the Hep B, Hep A is wanted, but it's not required. If you haven't had all the series of that, then they're going to require for you to get a titer done, which means that your doctor is going to have blood work drawn to see how much of the antibody is in the blood to know that if you're at risk or not. Because a lot of facilities won't allow you to do clinicals if your paperwork is not right, if you're not fully immunized and things like that. So that's a big thing that you guys need to, get taken care of. And then you also have to be mindful of the fact that you can't get every single vaccination in one. So you can't get live vaccines with vaccines that are not I guess I don't want to say compatible with them, like something that'll make you sick. So you have to give yourself time for that. Sorry, my daughter's right here. Not only do you have to give yourself time for to get the vaccines done, you have to, everyone knows it takes a long time to get in for a physical. So if you haven't gotten in for a physical within the last year, you need to be trying to schedule your physical. Another thing I had to get done was my BLS training. Although I already had my training, my school only allows you to submit the CPR card from the American Heart Association. My CPR card was from American Red Cross. So luckily my school, if you didn't have it, they paid for it. You only had to pay the $14.50 for the book. So yeah, that was another thing that had to be done. I want to say I got everything done. I did turn in my paperwork, so if I'm missing something, I'm sorry, but all my paperwork is turned in. They're going to go over it. They're going to make sure that my immunizations are correct. They scanned it over, of course, like they looked over it. They skimmed it over. And from what they saw, everything was fine, but they have to turn it into like the dean, who's going to make sure that it's up to her standards. And once she looks it over, I guess they'll give me a call if I have to go back and get titers or something like that. But they said I shouldn't, because all my immunizations were done and up to date. None of them were overdue, and for the majority of them, for pretty much all of them except the Hep A, I've had every single one. So I've had all the completed series. So my next video, you guys, I wanted to, of course, update you guys with, I got my paperwork done. It was very, I don't want to say time consuming, but I got the stuff the 10th, or I got it the 11th. And like, I went to pick up my acceptance letter and my acceptance packet, I want to say the 11th. And I'm just now being able to turn my paperwork in, which was the 27th of June. So it did take a little bit of time to be able to get everything done. So you want to be mindful of, you know, stuff takes time. You don't want to wait to the very last minute, because you have a deadline. They give you a deadline to accept your seat. To not accept your seat. We already had to accept our seat, but they give you a deadline to get your stuff taken care of in order to keep your seat, I should say. Okay, so my next video I want you guys to be looking forward to will be the day of my orientation. Well, I would say my next nursing video will be about my orientation. I'll record, you know, while I'm getting ready, things like that. It is supposed to be an all-day thing, so if they give like breaks, I'll, you know, kind of try to vlog my breaks, and then of course I'll vlog or record once I'm done, so I can kind of give you guys an overview of everything that happened. And then they're said to give papers and stuff like that with everything, so I'll go over the papers and let you guys know, you know, if it was informative, things like that. So be looking out for that video. My orientation is July 18th, so be looking out for that video. What else after that video, I will potentially start my school supply shopping. So I see that a lot of people like the nursing supply haul and things like that. So I will be doing a supply haul overall video, but I'll also probably be taking you guys along with me as I'm shopping. A lot of my shopping, of course, will be done on Amazon, so unfortunately you won't see that. That'll probably just be a part of the entire supply haul. But I will be, of course, going to like Target and Walmart, because I love their supplies, and I'll be taking y'all with me. So be looking out for those. I'll let you guys know what schedule I get and things like that once I get my schedule, which I'm pretty sure I was told that we're able to choose it on the 18th. And I'm going to tell you how that works, because each spot, like each pod, my school is breaking up into like 16 pods. They only have 6 slots. So they tell you orientation starts at 9, but you should be lined up at like 6:45 in the morning, because if your paperwork is turned in on time, for one, and it's all in order, and you know, you don't have to get anything done, they let you choose your pod based on your spot in line. So if you come as soon as orientation starts, other people are already there, already before you, and so you pretty much get the schedule you may not want. So if you have like children and you have school, you know, they have school, and you know, you have other things to do, like you have a job or things like that, you know that you want to get there kind of early, because you want to be able to potentially pick the best schedule for you. Because we have to pick our class for the entire semester. Quick overview, our first semester is broken down in 2 7.5-week time frames. So the whole semester is 15 weeks, but we have 2 classes for the first 7.5 weeks, and then our second 7.5 weeks of that first semester is going to be 2 more classes, but clinicals will then start with that second 7.5 week part of the first semester. So we have to choose our clinical site, we have to choose the schedule for the entire semester. And mind you guys, There's no changing. Once you choose a schedule, if that schedule is approved, there's no changing. You can't switch with another student. You can't go to the dean. You can't go to the nursing board. That is your schedule. So for me, I'm going to try to get there like 6:45 in the morning because I want to choose a schedule that will be conducive for me and my children. So basically, my son, as you guys know, he has autism, so he has therapy. So I have to make sure that he's able to get to therapy. He goes to kindergarten this year, so of course he'll be in school from, I think they said 7:45 in the morning to 3:45 in the afternoon, and then his home therapist will pick him up from school and then do therapy with him until like 8:30 at night. So I'm not concerned with my schedule with him because I'm gonna pick a schedule where I can make sure he gets to school, but I don't have to pick him up, so that's great. My 3-year-old, of course, will be going to pre-K, so he gets out of school at 3 in the afternoon, so I'll have to have someone pick him up from school. But that's about it. Yeah, like my little babies, I'm not concerned about right now because they don't really go anywhere, so I don't have to be mindful of their schedule. I don't want a schedule where I'm going to school 5 days out the week. Sorry. I don't want to be going 5 days out the week. So I'm going to try to get a schedule where I only have to go to school maybe 3 days out the week and then 1 or 2 days for clinicals. I don't want to go to school 5 days a week and then have 2 to 3 days of clinicals. That's just, I don't want to do that. Sorry. Camera just decided to do its own thing. Yeah, so I'm really going to try to get there early. I'm going to let you guys know which pod. And then they also recommended that you choose 3 pods. Just in case you don't get your first pick, then you have a second and a third pick. So like I said, there's only 6 slots. So you have to be there early to get the pick of the litter. If you really have a strict schedule that you have to maintain, then you want to get there early. So yes, that is that. I'll take you guys along when I go get my scrubs, when I get my patches put on, things like that. So be looking out for those videos. Yes, I just want to do a quick update, let you guys know that I'm not recording, but I don't want to just be recording nonsense videos like for the nursing part of my channel, because I don't really have anything to record for it right now until orientation gets here. Then I can do school supply shopping. Then I'll have classes starting August 26th. So once all that starts coming, then I'll be able to put out more content as far as my nursing portion of my channel. Other content, I know people have been asking me to do makeup tutorials, so I'll probably do a makeup tutorial tomorrow. I'm sorry, my hair is like really bothering me because it's really hot. It's like 90 degrees, so like my roots, I don't know if you guys can see, but oh my goodness, is that dandruff. Anyway, my roots have sweated out, like they're like really poofy, so it's kind of bothering me. I'm gonna throw it into a ponytail. But yeah, so I don't want to just make nonsense videos just to be putting out content. I want my content to be, quality. So yes, those are the next few videos you need to look out for. I will, and then that gives you a time frame as to when to be looking out for them. I will, like I said, do probably a makeup tutorial either tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, be looking out for that stuff. And I just want to shout out those of you who have contacted me for HESI material and who told me that you guys have passed your HESI. I want to say congratulations. I'm not going to put your name out there, but if you want to, you can go ahead and comment below and let those who've been asking me, like, are you sure this is going to work? Are you sure this is the right material? How long have you taken it? Is it really going to help? I've told them I've had several people who I've helped out and have passed. So if you guys don't mind, or if you want to, you can put your information below and let everyone know that you passed. I do have a few that have commented on the HESI actual videos and let me know that they passed. But that's completely up to you. You don't have to. If that's something you want to do, you can. If not, then hey, they can just contact me for the material and they can study it and they'll let me know when they passed. So as always, I thank you guys. I know that I'm not like all bubbly and stuff like that, but because this is more so like an informative, quick update video, I don't really have any jokes to crack. I don't really have, too much to talk about. I know this video has kind of gotten long, actually. So yes, be looking out for that. Thank you guys once again for coming to my channel. For those of you who are new, thank you. I hope that you like, subscribe, comment, and or share. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to follow my journey. And as always, you are now exiting Nigeria's world.